Shalom. This week's Sedra is Tazria. Tazria. More than simply teach, educators are tasked with many challenging responsibilities. Some of these, like hall duty, dismissal, traffic guard, and boo-boo fixer, are easy, while others are much more difficult. The hardest responsibility of a teacher, and one that necessarily is never cherished, is assessing students. On an almost daily basis, teachers are forced to judge their students. A teacher's judgment of a student can be temporary and almost completely inconsequential, like in the case of who talked during a lesson, or it could be filled with much gravity, like an end-of-the-year assessment of a student's character and where they should be placed in the coming year. This Dvar Torah will focus on one aspect of judging others, that of an accumulative judgment, where past actions are grouped together in a rush to judge someone. Through an intricate law about saras, a skin disease that we learn about in this week's Sedra, we'll see this lesson taught well. This Dvar Torah aims to give the reader a sense of perspective when judging others. In our Sedra, we find a verse that addressed one that finds, and excuse me for quoting here, a fire burn on their skin, and there's a reddish white or white blemish on the healed area of the burn. In his commentary on this verse, Rashi explained that the laws of a burn are separated in the text from the laws of an inflammation, which was discussed earlier in the Torah, because the two types of skin blemishes do not combine to be counted as one blemish. Let's explain, because that's a difficult and complex law for us to understand, and one that's unfamiliar to us. If one finds a specific type of blemish on their skin, they are pronounced tameh, and among other things cannot enter the temple. This blemish must be of a certain size, and at times, two smaller but separate blemishes can combine to be counted as one qualifying blemish to pronounce the person tameh. Rashi explained that the text of a burn blemish and the text of an inflammation blemish are separated to teach that a small burn blemish and an inflammation blemish do not combine to create a qualifying blemish that would pronounce a person tameh. The law that these two smaller blemishes do not combine teaches us a lesson that extends well past these blemishes. When a person draws a conclusion about a student's character, they generally do so in the context of an environment, peer surroundings, and past behavior. While all factors are legitimate considerations when judging a student, a teacher must be careful that any one factor isn't given too much weight in any conclusion. Just like in the laboratory, all variables are looked upon equally until a cause can be identified, and the same must be true in the case of judging a student. Accumulative judgments, where all past actions are grouped together, and past character development, advancements, and changes are overlooked, need to be avoided. While no one is a completely blank slate, people must be judged on the here and now, and not completely based on the past. A teacher must be wary of accumulative judgments. Just because a student has a history of disciplinary issues or academic shortcomings doesn't determine their path for life. A teacher is given the opportunity to inspire a student to greater achievements, both academic and personal, than would have been thought possible. In opening their own minds to their students, a teacher is able to open the hearts of their students. Judging isn't limited to teachers, though. All people must be careful when judging others that they aren't unduly influenced by past transgressions. Giving people the benefit of the doubt doesn't only mean judging the present mercifully. At times, it requires overlooking the past as well. May we all be blessed to be able to do so. Shabbat Shalom.